Hello, my name is Dennis Schroeder, and the purpose of this video is to tell you a little bit about myself and my background and why I was motivated to start the Price of Freedom Foundation. I was born into a Navy family in June of 1956. My father was an enlisted man in the Navy. I was born at the Oak Knoll Naval Hospital in Oakland, California. I grew up um, from birth until I entered high school in that Navy environment. We moved a lot. I was on military bases or Navy bases when my father had shore assignments. I was at places where my mother had family when he was out at sea. Even after my father retired from the Navy, I had a personal desire to join the Navy. In high school, I joined the Sea Cadets and sailed aboard destroyer escort from Seattle to Anchorage one summer. I had a vision of being in Blue Water Navy, but I also knew that I needed to go to college, and being the oldest of 7 children, with my parents sending us to Catholic schools, there was no way that we were going to be able to have money for my parents to support me in college. So ROTC scholarships was the way that I decided I needed to go. Navy turned me down, basically said, you can be a Marine. And I have nothing against Marines. I've got a lot of Marine colleagues that I truly respect. But for me at that time, and for my dad, with the hopes of a Blue Water Navy career being dashed, that really wasn't what Marine Corps was not really what we were looking for. So I was fortunate that the Army offered me a scholarship at that same time, and I decided that if I had to be a ground pounder, I may as well go with a larger force. And so I entered the Army. After college in June, or I was commissioned in June of 1978, went on active duty in July. And I was commissioned as a second lieutenant medical service corps officer, and had assignments, field units for the first 7 years. Basically, I had a short break in service after that while I stayed in the Army Reserve, came back on active duty, and finished up 20 years of full-time active duty in June of 2000. 11 years later, I was asked to return to active duty by a friend of mine who is still in the service, still on the active force. So I did a 2-year retiree recall to active duty at Fort Knox, Kentucky, from July of 2011 to July of 2013. So that's a little bit about me and my personal background. If you have questions, please feel free to ask, and I'll go into further details. But it's this military, it's my personal military background, and it is what has influenced me and my desire to start the Price of Freedom Foundation.